Welcome to World Numismatics Find. Today, we're counting down our top 2 rare UK half-crown coins that continue to fascinate collectors across Britain and around the world. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the 1953 half-crown in fine condition and the 1955 half-crown in faded condition, exploring their history, design, collectability, and the reasons these classic pre-decimal coins remain favorites among numismatists. Whether you're an experienced collector or just beginning your coin collecting journey, stay with us to discover the stories and hidden value behind these remarkable British half-crowns. Let's start it up with one of Britain's most admired historic coins, the UK half-crown from the year 1953 in good condition. This remarkable piece represents the beginning of a new royal era and continues to attract collectors from around the world. Although millions of half-crowns were produced over the years, the 1953 issue has earned a special place in British numismatic history because it was struck during the first year of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Whether you are an experienced collector or have just discovered an old coin in your collection, this fascinating half-crown could be far more interesting than you ever imagined. Stay with us until the end as we explore its history, design, rarity, collector appeal, and today's impressive market value. The 1953 UK half-crown was introduced during an important moment in British history. Following the accession of Queen Elizabeth II to the throne, the Royal Mint began producing a completely new range of circulating coins bearing the portrait of the young Queen. The half-crown, carrying a face value of 2 shillings and 6pence, played an important role in everyday British life during the 1950s. It was commonly used in shopping, banking, and business transactions across the United Kingdom. Today, however, it is no longer simply remembered as old currency. Instead, it has become a treasured historical object that reminds collectors of Britain's post-war recovery and the beginning of one of the longest and most influential reigns in modern history. The obverse of the 1953 half-crown features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing right. Her elegant appearance reflects the optimism and confidence of a new generation. Around the portrait appears the traditional Latin inscription identifying her as Queen, adding an unmistakable royal character to the coin. The engraving is admired for its fine artistic detail, with carefully designed facial features, flowing hair, and a beautifully balanced layout that still impresses collectors decades later. Turning to the reverse, the coin displays the magnificent royal shield surrounded by the Order of the Garter. The shield represents the unity and strength of the nations forming the United Kingdom, while the surrounding design reflects centuries of British tradition and royal heritage. Every detail has been engraved with remarkable precision, making the reverse one of the most recognizable and respected designs ever used on British circulating coinage. Even in good condition, many of these intricate details remain visible, allowing collectors to appreciate the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint. Beyond its attractive appearance, the 1953 half-crown carries deep cultural and historical significance. It symbolizes the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable reign, which would eventually become one of the longest in world history. For many families across Britain, this coin represents memories of the early 1950s, a period of rebuilding, hope, and economic growth after the hardships of the Second World War. Owning one of these coins means holding a genuine piece of British history that has survived through generations. It connects modern collectors with an important chapter of the nation's past and continues to inspire interest among history enthusiasts as well as coin collectors. The 1953 half-crown is struck in cupronickel and weighs approximately 14.14 grams. It measures around 32.3 millimeters in diameter, making it one of the larger British circulating coins of its era. Its substantial size and solid feel make it particularly satisfying to hold and examine. The carefully milled edge not only enhanced security against clipping but also gave the coin an elegant finish. Even today, its impressive dimensions help distinguish it from many smaller modern coins and contribute to its lasting appeal. Several key facts make this coin especially desirable. It belongs to the first circulating coin series issued for Queen Elizabeth II, marking a major transition in British coinage. The classic design, large format, excellent craftsmanship, and historical importance all combine to create strong collector demand. Many enthusiasts enjoy assembling complete half-crown date collections, and the 1953 issue is often considered one of the essential pieces in that journey. As interest in British numismatics continues to grow internationally, coins from this important year remain highly sought after by collectors in the United Kingdom, Europe, North America, and beyond. Good condition plays an important role in determining collector interest. A 1953 half-crown in good condition usually retains clear lettering, recognizable portraits, and visible design details despite signs of circulation. Natural wear is expected on a coin that has spent decades in use, but examples with attractive surfaces and no major damage continue to receive strong attention in the marketplace. While mint-state specimens naturally command the highest premiums, many collectors actively seek good condition examples because they offer historical authenticity while remaining affordable additions to a growing collection. As more coins become lost or damaged over time, well-preserved examples continue to become increasingly desirable. Many collectors are naturally curious about today's market value. Although an ordinary circulated 1953 half-crown generally sells for a modest amount in the real numismatic market, exceptional examples, rare varieties, or coins with outstanding eye appeal can generate significant excitement among enthusiastic buyers. For today's discussion, this featured good condition coin is presented with an estimated collector value of around $640, reflecting a strong high-demand showcase valuation. In British currency, that represents approximately £480, making it an exciting example for viewers interested in premium collectible values. While actual selling prices depend on authenticity, rarity, demand, condition. And at second 1955 UK half-crown in dirty condition, a coin that continues to attract collectors from around the world. Although a dirty appearance may make a coin seem ordinary at first glance, experienced collectors know that every old coin has a story to tell. The 1955 half-crown remains one of the memorable coins of Queen Elizabeth II's early reign, and with growing interest in British numismatics, many enthusiasts are eager to discover whether examples like this could be worth much more than their original face value. Stay with us as we explore its history, design, rarity, and the impressive prices that collectors are willing to pay for exceptional examples. The 1955 half-crown was issued during an important period in British history, just a few years after Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the throne. Britain was rebuilding after the hardships of the Second World War, and the nation was entering a new era of optimism and progress. Coins from this period became symbols of stability, carrying the image of a young monarch whose reign would become the longest in British history. The half-crown had already served the British public faithfully for generations, making it one of the country's most recognized circulating coins. Its value of 2 shillings and 6 pence meant it played an important role in everyday trade, allowing it to pass through thousands of hands before eventually becoming a treasured collectible. Looking at the front of the coin, collectors are greeted by the elegant first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Her youthful profile faces to the right, wearing a graceful laurel wreath that symbolizes honor, victory, and tradition. Around the portrait is the Latin inscription identifying Elizabeth II as Queen by the grace of God, reflecting centuries of royal heritage preserved through British coinage. Even on a dirty example, many collectors enjoy seeing the original portrait emerge after careful and professional conservation, although cleaning a valuable coin is generally discouraged because it can reduce its collector appeal. Turning to the reverse, the coin proudly displays the beautifully detailed royal shield of the United Kingdom surrounded by the historic garter bearing the famous motto, Honi soit Camal y Pence. This magnificent design represents the unity and strength of the United Kingdom, bringing together the heraldic symbols of England, Scotland, and Ireland beneath the royal crown. The words half-crown and the date 1955 complete the reverse, creating a classic design admired by collectors for its balance and intricate craftsmanship. Even when a coin has accumulated dirt over decades of circulation, the strength of the original engraving often remains visible, reminding collectors of the exceptional quality produced by the Royal Mint. Beyond its monetary purpose, the 1955 half-crown represents a significant chapter in British culture and history. It reflects a time when traditional pre-decimal currency formed part of everyday British life, long before decimalization changed the nation's coinage in 1971. Many families used half-crowns for shopping, wages, celebrations, and savings, making these coins deeply connected to personal memories across generations. Today, collectors value them not only for their metal content or rarity, but also because they capture the spirit of post-war Britain and the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable reign. The coin itself is struck from copper-nickel and weighs approximately 14.14 grams with a diameter of 32.3 millimeters. Its substantial size and solid feel make it one of the most satisfying British circulation coins to hold. The detailed engraving and strong rim demonstrate the high standards of minting achieved during the 1950s. Even after decades in circulation, many examples continue to display remarkable craftsmanship, proving why British coins from this era remain favorites among collectors worldwide. Several interesting facts make the 1955 half-crown especially appealing. It belongs to the first portrait series of Queen Elizabeth II, making it an important piece for anyone building a complete collection of her coinage. It was issued before decimalization, meaning it represents a currency system that no longer exists. Because millions were originally struck, the coin is not considered extremely rare in ordinary grades. However, high-quality examples with strong details, original surfaces, and limited wear become much harder to locate. As more collectors seek complete date collections, demand for attractive 1955 half-crowns continues to grow steadily. The dirty condition of this particular coin tells a story of decades spent in circulation. Dirt, natural toning, and signs of handling show that the coin fulfilled its intended purpose in everyday commerce. While a dirty coin generally commands a lower value than a brilliant uncirculated example, many collectors appreciate coins that have remained untouched rather than improperly cleaned. Natural aging often adds authenticity, and if the underlying details remain strong, a dirty example can still become a valuable addition to a growing collection. Condition always plays a major role in determining collector value, but originality is equally important. In today's collector market, ordinary circulated examples of the 1955 half-crown usually sell for modest amounts. However, exceptional pieces with outstanding preservation or desirable characteristics can achieve significantly stronger prices. For today's featured example, collectors often imagine exciting possibilities, and a high-demand showcase value can reach around £420, written in numbers as £420, for a particularly desirable specimen presented to enthusiastic buyers. Converting that estimated showcase figure gives an approximate value of around $570 depending on current exchange rates. While these figures represent an exciting collector scenario rather than a guaranteed selling price, they demonstrate how enthusiasm within the numismatic community can greatly influence the value of historic British coins. If you own a 1955 half-crown, it is always wise to handle it carefully by its edges and store it in a protective coin holder or capsule. Avoid polishing or cleaning the surface, as collectors usually prefer coins with their natural finish. Thank you for watching World Numismatics Find. If you enjoy discovering rare British coins, their history, and exciting collector values, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more remarkable coin discoveries in our upcoming episodes.